Hello everybody, this is Lee Phillips, Journey of Truth. We are back here at the intersection of Main Street and Highway 78. There is a huge commotion going on across the street at the CVS, and police are running around looking everywhere. Might be Engine 18, Engine 15. Holy cow, folks, what in the world is going on here? This guy just drove over the curb. What is happening? Oh my goodness, something bad has happened. They got tape out. They are taping off the area. I don't know, I just got here, but it must be bad because they already getting crime scene tape out to tape everything off. Another unit coming down. I've got to make some adjustments real quick. I'll be right back. All right, folks, I'm back. I am on the opposite side of the highway. I am on the CVS side, but I am not gonna show anything other than what I'm showing right here, because it is my understanding that there was a young female that was shot. And I don't want to be giving any disrespect to the family or anything. And the only purpose for this video is to let y'all know that, folks, it's dangerous out there. Sometimes, no matter where we're at or whatever the circumstances, we never know. And sometimes tragedies happen. Now, I don't know if they have the responsible person in custody or the condition of the person that was shot. That y'all can check out at a different source. But I want to tell y'all, the response time from all these first responders was unbelievable. From the time I heard the first siren, it was just a matter of minutes before that they all got down here. I mean, quickly. That's how I knew something was going on. You don't hear that kind of response in Loganville for just a traffic ticket or just a minor fender bender. Pay our respects to the loving memory of John Walker and the family. Now, they almost immediately taped off this area upon getting here, but they still had ambulance services, and I believe they might still be tending to someone. I don't know. I don't know if it's policy to immediately tape off when there's a shooting involved. I guess they have to investigate and look in the whole area around to for things like gun casings and things like that, so they can't have people leaving, because your car could be next to a vehicle, a gun casing could fly over and get in where your windshield wipers are down there, and you not know it and drive off. But they look for all things. Sometimes I know they have dogs that are trained in ammunitions to smell for to see if there might be something like a spent cartridge that has fresh gunpowder or something. They have all kinds of ways to find out who someone is. If you've ever been in the system has your DNA. They find your DNA. They find your DNA and match it in the system, and that's it. Well, folks, there ain't nothing really more I can tell y'all right here. Y'all see your first responders out there in the grocery store getting groceries for their station so they can cook them something to eat while they're working at the station. Y'all give these guys a shout out. You see your law enforcement officers in uniform, tell them thank you. They've got a dangerous job. I wouldn't want to put myself out there in front of a bullet. You could almost say no sane person would. If that's the case, I'm glad for these insane people, if that's what you want to call them. Well, I see that they're looking at the brick wall, so evidently something hit the brick wall. That is a Life Flight helicopter. And it is still landing, so that means that someone is seriously hurt but still alive. It is not okay to commit violence against another human being. No human being has the right to do that to another human being. It's not okay. Oh, that was just a little love tap. No. Folks, let's walk up the sidewalk here. We're going to go up here towards where the helicopter landed at the top of the hill up here. And see if we can watch it take off. So down that way is a large parking lot, but there are street posts, and over this way there is a little park, but a little further down that way is the old high school ball field down there, I believe. But the helicopter looked like that it was landing over this way, right here. In any case, we're going to walk down this way. And they must still be loading up in the helicopter because I don't hear the turbine running. We're gonna take a look. Yeah. So we're gonna turn and go down Magnolia Street right here. And we're gonna walk around to the bottom of it. And if we don't see the helicopter by then, we're gonna cut this video off. I'm sure this might make news in the local area. So here we have a city and a sheriff vehicle. And they've got the tape running from right here. Looks like they're looking at all the trajectory angles and still looking for casings and stuff like that. We got folks causing some real problems here. I hope we don't end up with no traffic accident. Alright folks, well, we're gonna end it there. Y'all remember, be safe out there, be good to one another, do something kind for someone, and y'all have a blessed day. Alright, so I am back with a little update to add to this video. We have news helicopters that are now flying around in a circular pattern around our main street, Loganville. So I'm guessing that we're going to be able to see and know what has happened on our afternoon news broadcast. We're gonna walk over here and take a look. I would imagine they are still conducting their investigation. It looks like they have cleared a lot of the vehicles out of the area. So there's one of the news helicopters flying up right there. The other one is right there towards the sun. No, they still got all those vehicles inside the red zone, it looks like. I'm trying to follow the helicopters, folks. If you ain't never done it. Yeah, I can't even see him there. Yeah.
You know what happened, right?
Best of my knowledge, a young lady got shot. I don't know any. She committed suicide. There was a flatbed that pulled up earlier, and I think they've already taken her car off maybe. I didn't stay and film that because I didn't want to put out there what her car was and all. I'm not doing live or anything. I see the news crews are here flying over.
That's my boy's friend's dad.
Huh?
My boy's friend's dad, and he's an officer.
Is his vehicle stuck in the parking lot?
He's a police.
Oh, police officer. They were here really quick.
But when she did it, I was in here, but I didn't hear anything. It's
I live right there in town, and we were outside working in the yard, and we didn't hear anything. But we heard the first siren coming up from that way, and when they stopped right here, I knew something was going on in this general area because I do a lot of filming of accidents that happen right here and all. And so I do events in town, concerts that we have, all the construction that we got going on. anything right here downtown because we're the only historical home in Loganville, and I can't work a job. I'm disabled, so I took it upon myself to document things that happen in our town. And so, you know, as tragic as this is, people need to understand there's people out there in distress that need help for whatever reason. Sometimes all they might need is just a person to listen to them. Most people always try and talk back at somebody when somebody's trying to talk. But most of the time, they just need people that will listen.
I'm wondering, because they're still taking pictures, if they really took her car.
I'm not sure. They might have told the tow truck driver to come back later on.
Because they have to do a full investigation.
I'm thinking it's the gray one next to the red truck, the silver one next to the red truck.
They're still taking pictures.
They were, there's marks on the wall. Yeah, they were looking at marks on the wall up there, so I don't know if
The bullet went.
Evidently something went and impacted the wall because earlier they were looking at it, and it looked like they were trying to do trajectory analysis maybe of what was happening.
What position she was in.
Yeah, and so right now, I was wondering why they pulled the fire truck up there, but the reason why is because they need to get the up high looking down photos of the vehicle to document. They have to document everything from different angles and everything.
The folks parking immediately next to her, Kim.
Oh man. They might not get their car till tomorrow.
Yes, I always park there, and I gotta go get my girl off the bus.
Have a blessed day. Hey, you can look me up at Lee Phillips Journey of Truth.
Lee Phillips,
Journey of Truth on YouTube, and I have a Facebook group with the same name. I got a plug out there whenever I can. So we're getting a little traffic, afternoon traffic here. One helicopter, two helicopters. We might have a third one coming in here shortly. We've got 3 local major stations. All right, looks like they got their up high photos. Folks, don't let this happen to you. If you get disparaged, find somebody to talk to. Go up to a stranger. Don't be too proud. Go up to a stranger and say, look, can you sit down with me for 5 minutes and listen to me? I need somebody to listen to me for 5 minutes. But don't go the way of doing something drastic. These two helicopters keep circling around, and each time they get closer and closer to each other. All right, change position, get some leg support in for my camera here. Helicopters are still circling around. I don't know how much overhead coverage footage they would need. The Life Flight helicopter has long been gone. So far, this incident, I don't believe, has had an effect on our afternoon traffic. Although we might get some rubbernecking going on, we haven't had an accident in the intersection yet. But we all know how us Georgians like to rubberneck, so School bus just run that red light, number 9143. Unbelievable. Folks, that's the kind of drivers we got driving our children around. Such a busy intersection like this, a school bus has no business even running a yellow light. I could literally stand here all day and point out infraction after infraction that people do right here. So it looks like they're washing over the area over there, possibly where the incident happened. They're having to hose it down real good. Let me go reposition. I'll be back with y'all in just a minute.